the summer, by this time next week, we're going to be looking.
Bob, Judd, Nebraska.
Hey, Bob.
How's it going?
Yep, we doing a lot better than about 4 days ago. That's for sure.
Good to be back on here.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. Of course, I'm happy to be anywhere.
Well,
it's like they say, if you don't think it's a good day, just one or two, and it changes your whole perspective.
Yeah, that's with everyday life. I miss days, in a lot of things I do.
Yep, and if for some reason you take a day off, and when you get back, you have twice as much work as you had when you left. It's funny how that works out. Did I hear another beep? If you haven't announced yourself and where you're calling from, you can go ahead and do so at this time. Good afternoon and welcome to the call. If you could please state your name and where you're calling from. Okay, maybe it's just...
Somebody doesn't get back to you, pick up the phone. Don't be shy. Just pick up the phone and, ask questions. And one thing I've done, guys, may be helpful for some of you guys, is I'll just pick up the phone. I'll start calling new members that come on, ask them questions, what they need help with. We don't have to be their sponsor to find out where they want to go in life. We can connect with anybody we want to. It's a matter of whether we want to pick up that phone or not. And in any business, whether it be Mynetworkingpro or any other, you have to get on that phone. You have to talk to people. If you're not going to do that, your business is more than likely probably going to fail at some point in time or another. Because without communication, you're not going to be able to run a business. You have to have some type of communication. Unless you're going to use snail mail, through the post office, guys, you got to reach out to your people. And the only way to do that is by picking up the phone or sending them my mail, connect with them somehow. And so many people out there, that come into Mynetworkingpro will sit there and post things because they think that this is a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. There's no business out there that is. If anybody, on this call thinks, oh, well, I'm going to make, $1 million in a year, it's not going to happen. All businesses take time to build. Regardless of what business you're in, it could take you upwards of 3 to 5 years to build a business of any kind. I really pay attention to posts and what people say, and, we have a lot of businesses going up, pre-launches, this or that. Guys, pre-launches are great, they're awesome, but a lot of the problems are with pre-launches, within a year, the businesses are gone. A lot of people don't realize that, but 95% of those businesses are gone within a year. And the reason for that is because when the business don't work out or something happens with this business, they're pre-launching another business, and they're pre-launching another one. And so many people get caught up in, I couldn't make money with, this business or that business, so let's keep jumping. Guys, I used to jump from business to business to business for the same reason why everybody else does it. You cannot earn money from jumping from company to company to company and expect to make any money. It's not going to happen. You have to build a business, ask questions with sponsors, with leaders, with anybody. You're not going to find out unless you reach out to other people who have been there and done that for years. It's not going to happen. You may come into networking of any sort and think, oh, well, I can just do this. No, you need to ask questions because there's so many people that have been in there for 10, 20, 30 years in network marketing or multi-level marketing. They've been there, done that. They've made the mistakes. I being one of them, I made a lot of those mistakes. And every day I will pick up the phone. It doesn't matter who it is, on Mynetworkingpro or I see somebody on the internet, I'll pick up the phone. You know what? I'll ask them questions. I pick their brain. I do whatever it takes to find out what they've learned, what they've done in business, how long they've been in it, what they've done to get there. I will ask every question under the sun. So this way I can learn, because you know what, guys? There's not one question that you can ask that's going to be stupid. The only question that is stupid is the question that's left unasked. You're not gonna get further and further in your business unless you ask those questions. You've got to be serious about whatever business, whether it's Mynetworkingpro or any other business you're in. You have to be serious You have to ask those questions. You've got to do what it takes to get to the top because, guys, you're not going to get there unless you try. And like I said, so many people just think that you can just jump. You can't jump. The only way you can jump is by asking the questions that need to be asked. There are a lot of people who have been in there for years. They know what they're doing. They have lost money. You know, they've lost contact with people all because they have jumped. And like I said, guys, I was one of those jumpers. You know, I'm not. I love what I do. I love connecting with people online. And, you know, there are so many good people online. And, yes, guys, there's bad people online, sure. There's a lot of bad businesses online. But it's who chooses you. You know, you're going to run into a lot of people who choose to be around you. And like Carl said last week, it's a matter of branding yourself online. You know, you do that, and people are going to come to you because you're going to be trusted because you've done everything you could to help them out. You know, it takes a lot for somebody to reach out and help, you know, other people online. If some people are scared, that's fine. You know, some people are not. Some people just, you know, it's an automatic thing. Let's go do this. I'm going to do this. But when you are building a business, everybody's got to do it. You know, you can't expect your sponsors to do it. You can't expect, you know, someone else to do it. You have to do it yourself. You have to be willing to reach out. You have to be willing to do what it takes to get to the top because if you're not, you're going to lose everything that you're trying for. And, you know, guys, it doesn't take much to reach out to people. It doesn't take much to find out the answers, you know, and so many people think that it takes a lot. It's all in the mindset. It's what you want to do. How far do you want to go? What are you going to do to get there? What's it going to take? What is your what in a business? What got you there? How successful do you want to be? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? It all lands with you guys. You know, each and every one of you, whether you're professional or not professional and just starting out, it all comes within you and what you're willing to do. You know, and if you're not willing to reach out or willing to get the help, how can we help you? We can't. Nobody can. Because you've got to want to fight. You've got to want to do the things that it takes to have a thriving business. If you're not willing to do that, then, guys, you might as well lay down your business and let it go because it's not going to happen without you fighting. You have to give it everything you've got, you know, and just do what it takes to keep going. And, you know, I know it's hard. Everything's hard. It doesn't matter. You know, it's like a real job. You go to a 9-to-5 job. It's hard, too. You know, sometimes you want to sit there and tell your boss, well, I don't like you. Well, you can't do that. What's going to happen? You're going to get fired. Well, if you don't do that with a business, what's going to happen? Your business ain't going to go anywhere. You know, you have to find out what it is you need to make your business successful. And without doing that, you're not going to have a business. And, you know, like I said, guys, I love working with every one of you. I love reaching out to other people. And I would hope that if we got some new callers on here, you're willing to reach out to some of the people to ask for help. You know, that's what the live feed's for. That's what everybody else is for. Like I said, we got many, many leaders here. You know, and I love doing everything I can for all you guys, and I hope you guys reach out to me. You know, and with that being said, I've definitely got a caller, you know, that I'm going to have come forward, and we'll teach you guys some things too. He started his business without a computer. He gave it all he had. You know, he's been around for 5 years plus. You know, you'll see him around a lot. You know, he's a very smart person. You know, he's got some kids. You know, he loves life to the fullest. And like I said, he's been very good to me in the time that I've known him. And with that being said, Terry, are you on the line?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, great. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate that introduction. And welcome, everyone, to this Saturday call. Hopefully you guys have gotten some really great information from Bob as he's spoken, and I will be adding on to that as well. Pretty much what I want to speak about is, you know, what it is that it's simply a little bit about what Bob has spoken about, what it is that you really want out of business, you know, what it is that you really want out of life. It really boils down to you. You know, I like to tell people that, you know, you are the CEO of your organization. Although Matt and Bill Weber has put this company together, for the benefit of everyone that's a part of this particular company here. It really boils down to, you building your own organization, and, you can build it up to the level of success that you so desire to build it. Like Bob has mentioned, earlier on, 5 years ago, when I first got started with this organization here, I didn't have a computer, but I didn't allow that to stop me from me accomplishing my goals in business. As a young boy growing up, I always had that desire to be a business owner. It always was a part of me, and that's why, I can thoroughly say that, being in business is a passion of my life. Like that's something that, I feel like I've been placed on this earth to do. But in regards to that, or in conjunction with it, it's definitely, being more about helping other people achieve their financial goals. I as you guys know, I have YouTube videos out, I have blogs out. I'm always sharing great information, because I know that, the stuff that I have learned over the years, even prior to me being in business, is information that I know that other people can use. I actually did door-to-door sales, which, if you guys know anything about that, that's a whole nother world all in itself. It's real challenging, but the benefits that I have gotten from it is priceless. I was able to meet a lot of awesome individuals, learned a lot, and I really stumbled upon home-based business for the first time in doing that. And I know that if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be in business to this day, or probably would have gotten into it a lot later than I had. But it's those little things that you can't really put a price tag on. So in regards to building relationships with people, you can't put a price tag on that. And you really want to be in a mindset of when you're talking to people, not to actually go for the sale itself. I mean, you definitely want to have the end goal in mind when you're first starting out, but it's definitely a process of getting there. You don't want to just, get in contact with people and just say, hey, join my business, I have a great opportunity, I think you'll like. You simply want to connect with them, find a little bit more about them, find out what it is that they have that has gotten them to where they are at now. And you'll find out as the conversation goes on that, you can gain some real valuable information, some golden nuggets that can pretty much, take your business to a whole nother level. I mean, it could be something as simple as, how to get up when times are down. Something as simple as that could really be able to take you to a whole nother level. I mean, you may be in a place in your business where, things are looking shaky. But if you connect with someone who has been at that place, or someone that's currently in that place but is getting themselves out, or that has been through that particular place in business before and has risen up from it, you can learn valuable lessons from that can pretty much take you higher. I remember many times being, going to the library, building my business. It was really an awesome experience all in that alone, because, I mean, even the people at the library I was connecting with, learned from, they shared some things with me that can help me even through that process. But, one thing that I did gain that was very valuable to me was, I finally was able to learn how to not give up when things get tough. I remember one particular incident where, I was really stressed out because, no one was joining, and the time factor was, playing a part. I was like, wow, I really only have 2 hours to do this on a daily basis. I'm not getting the results that I normally would get, and, what it is that I can do, and I definitely want to, mention something to you guys as well. If you are in a particular situation where you are overwhelmed with how things are going or how things are not going, sit back, take a step back for a second, sit down, reevaluate mentally what's going on. I did that so many times, and, the benefits that comes with that is that you get to think a little bit more clearly, because it's one thing when you're actually engaged in marketing or engaged in actually the communication process. You're more focused on what's going on at the present moment than really being able to see the overall picture. So when you step back and really analyze everything, you get to see it from the whole perspective as it is. And you can be able to come up with different ideas, different ways, different accomplish your goals. And, in doing that for me, it really was a life changer. When I sat back, after the first hour, I sat back, I was like, okay, I grabbed the seat, and I just started thinking. I was like, okay, this is what I have been doing so far. As a result of doing this is the type of results I'm getting. Is it the results that I want? No. What can I do better? What it is that I need to do? What it is that I need to change up? What marketing strategies, or is it a particular site I need to go to now? Let me see what site I haven't been to in a while and that was working for me. Let me go back to that site and see what type of results I get. See, these are the type of questions that forms in your mind as a result of sitting back and thinking. Because while you engage in marketing, while you're on a particular site, really, engaging with people or sending out your invite links and things of this nature, you don't have room to actually start thinking about what other site haven't been on, that I can go on today to capture these new leads that have came in, because you're actually involved already, so you want to sit back and analyze. I was speaking with a lady at one of my networking events a little while ago, and one thing she shared with me, she asked me, she said, well, Terry, do you actually, at the end of your day, do you sit down and analyze the whole day? From start to finish, how what you did when you woke up that morning, what you did in regards to business, your practices and things, do you analyze your whole day each and every day? And I said, I was like, wow, I had to pause for a second. I told her, I said, yeah, but not as often as I need to. She said, well, you really need to do this because I do this each and every day. And she tells me that, the place that she does this at was actually at a place near her home where she can actually see the sunrise and sunset, primarily when the sun sets. And she said she'll sit down, look at the sunset, and, she'll just, start recapping on the day, that she just had and everything. And that really kind of, opened her up to, how she could tackle the next day better. And so I definitely want to encourage you guys that if you're not doing that, to start putting that in motion, because you really will open up a whole new world to you as a result of doing that. You'll find out, different techniques, different strategies. Some things that you were doing earlier on that you stopped doing may come to you. And one thing, and I like to call it a revelation, but, it's a thing to where, you have to go back to the basics sometimes. Even with us as leaders, building this business for a number of years, we get so far ahead of really, the whole marketing side of things or building the business side of things that we leave the basics away, like we leave it in the past. You have to go back and grab those basic things, those things that you used to do when you first got started, because that is what really propelled your business. That is really what gotten you up to that point. So if you leave those basic strategies, those basic type of, I guess I want to say those I just lost the word, I'm sorry. But those basic routines, if you leave those in the past, you can really get too ahead of yourself, to really start making progress. You have to keep getting those basic fundamentals and keep having that by your side and using those whenever necessary, because those things is really what's going to keep your business moving forward. Although I ventured off to, YouTube marketing, social media, these things, I haven't neglected the fact of how free classified sites has brought me to where I am today. So I continue to use those free classified sites. I continue to go and use those old marketing techniques that was working for me, and they still work today. You definitely want to get to a place in your business where you can diversify your marketing strategies and be able to use more than one. But you definitely want to always kind of keep in the back of your mind what things that was working for you earlier on. Whether it's faceless, whether it's SEO, whether it's free classified, whether it's social media, regardless of what it was, that really kind of got you started, that really kind of gotten you to where you was bringing in free members in. If you have gotten to the place where you have diversified your marketing strategies and have picked up different ways of marketing, don't neglect those fundamentals, because those things, still work. They still work, and there are still people within those marketing techniques that still need what you have. So you definitely want to continue going back to those things, because those fundamentals is really the baseline or the foundation of really what has taken your business to the level of success where it's at. And if you're new coming aboard here, I definitely want to welcome you here to the best networking place on this earth. Honestly, in my opinion anyway, that was something that really caught my attention. Of course, when I first got here, it was more about how to make money here and things of this nature. But when I saw the community, when I saw the people, how interactive they was, how helpful they was with us as new people coming aboard, and how they actually, reached out and lended a helping hand. I mean, those type of things, it is priceless all in itself. So, I mean, Mynetworkingpro, to me is superior, as a networking community than anything else on the internet, because the people that we have here, I haven't seen anywhere else, not Facebook, not LinkedIn, not any other networking place. I mean, the people here is amazing. So, if there's anything else that you can actually cherish here, please cherish the community of the people that we have, because they are like no other. So you definitely want to roll up your sleeves, like Bob said, and get engaged. Definitely ask questions with the people that you are meeting. Even those that come to you and want to promote their business opportunity to you, do not look at that as a way of deleting that message. Trust me, these people are still people. They still have interests. They still have desires and goals. They still have abundance of information that they can offer and share with you. So get involved with them. Let them know, hey, listen, I like the opportunity. I went to your website and things, but I'm not contacting you because of that. I want to get to know you. I want to know what has taken you to the level of success that you are at. What was your key, to your success? What are some things that you can teach me that could be able to help me further along with my journey? These things you really want to, start connecting with people on, and definitely find out what it is that they can offer you, because, honestly, let's just say you have 100 people that you have in front of you that you can connect with. Out of those 100 people, a nugget out of every one of those individuals that can help you with your business, you will be more further along with the knowledge of building it, or the knowledge of actually building a successful business than you were if you wouldn't have hit those brains of those individuals. It's real important that you do this. It's real key. And as a result of that, as a result of the active communication, teaching one another and things of this nature, you will find out that, these same people that you had connected with first from a networking standpoint could possibly even join your opportunity as a result, because it really boils down to people joining people that they like, know, and trust. And if you're just simply starting out with sending people information about your business opportunity, you don't give the opportunity to allow them to get to know who you are. This is one of the reasons why I put information out on YouTube. That's one of the reasons why I put great content out on my blog, because I want people to know more about me than what I do. I want people to know that, hey, I do have information that you can use to prepare your business. If you have questions, come to me. Because ultimately my sole goal and desire is to be a motivational speaker, speaking around the world, being able to offer information to the world, and it starts out with even engaging with people such as Mynetworkingpro on websites like this, and being able to, of course, take opportunities to speak on speaking engagements locally and things of this nature. But, that's my sole objective, because I want to be able to help other people. I want to be able to see lives change as a result. And I don't have to deserve the credit. I don't have to have people come to me and say, what, Terry, you were the reason why, I was able to get to this point. I mean, if they do, that's fine. But, as long as I be able to, offer a golden nugget to help someone, and they utilize that to be able to help them on their goals, that's pretty much what it's all about for me. So with that information, definitely stay engaged in Mynetworkingpro. Stay connected with the people here. Learn as much as you can. Utilize what you learn, because by taking information and not putting it to use, it's the same as not getting it at all. So you want to be able to put the information into practice, be able to see it work for your life, and allow that information as well as others that you pick up to take you to higher levels. All right. So with that information, I definitely want to pass the call back over to Don as he closes out. And everyone have a fantastic day.
Well, thanks, Terry, and thank you also, Bob, for really basically telling it like it is. We have a fantastic opportunity here at My Networking Pro because our business is really nothing but connecting people with each other, and we can make it as difficult or as easy as we want, as long as we look to the leadership of people like Terry and Bob, and especially our mentor Bill Weber, who has been absent recently, and hopefully he'll be back with us here shortly as we get things straightened out with the site. But the thing that you should remember as you move forward is that you have people available to you to help you with your business, whether it's My Networking Pro or whether it's a business that you join My Networking Pro to promote. In either case, of course, check with your upline first, as Bob pointed out at the beginning of the call. Check in the back office for your sponsor link and their sponsor's link and telephone number, and get in touch with them and just let them know why you're there at My Networking Pro in the first place. And I know that they'll be able to help you, and if they can't help you, they'll be able to steer you to someone who can, because one thing we're not hung up on here at My Networking Pro, and that's ego. Well, Bill may be a little bit, but he has a right to be, because he's a seven-figure earner in his own right, and so we cater to his ego, and he pays us back in some of that fantastic wisdom that he's always laying on us on the news feed and on the phone calls. But I want to thank everybody for attending the call today. It's not easy on a wonderful Saturday summer's afternoon to sit down at a phone and listen to some information. But this information can truly change your life, folks. And if you just take it and put it to work, reach out and connect with people on the live news feed and in other areas of the site, and you're going to find yourself generating not only an income, but you're going to start developing those success relationships that's going to lift everybody up, just like the master plan indicates it should. And so with that, I'd like to thank everybody once again. There are people that you should definitely know about. Of course, you know about Bill Weber, whose username is Megalodon, and I'll spell that Megladon. And then, of course, there's Bob Judd, and, of course, his username is BJUDD. And then there's Terry Walker, whose username is Rich2Kid, and I'll spell that out, RICH2KID. My name is Don Hill, spelled out very simply DONHILL. And you'll see other people in the news feed that are going to tickle your fancy, stimulate your imagination, and you'll find yourself wanting to reach out to them. By all means, do so through the My Mail system or through the live chat. And so with that, I'm going to bring the call to a close, and thank you once again for attending. We will be holding another business overview call this coming Wednesday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern on the very same number with the very same access code. And so if you want to know how to make money with this fantastic system, we'll be able to give you all the information about that then, especially if you're new to the business. And so thank you once again, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Wednesday evening. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the call. This is some great information by Bob and Terry, and just like I said, be sure to start connecting with us, and we'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear from you as well. Just send me a my mail or give me a call, and we can share some ideas and some resources. All right, thanks guys, have a great one.